really, his last start looked like he was throwing to Group 3. When I mean Group 3, that's batting practice. Gave up 10 hits. Going to have to be a lot better in this one.
David Wright strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off tonight for Toronto, third baseman, David Wright.
And a swing and a miss, so a first pitch strike as we're underway here this evening. EK, you look at these Orioles as they begin play here tonight. They've had a pretty rough go of it of late, and that's being kind. They come in losers of 8 in a row.
The bottom line is they've just been really flat out there recently. At some point, this is where your veterans or your team leaders need to be the ones to guide you out of this, and we're just not seeing that right now.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's the right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
High fly ball out to deep right field. Gutierrez ranging back. He's there and records the first out. With that, a look at John Gibbons' lineup for the visiting Blue Jays. Eric, who stands out to you?
Yeah, you know, you have to be careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. He's been a really tough out this year, bringing an on-base percentage over 400 into the game, so I have a feeling he could be a key player in this one when it's all said and done.
High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball one. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Shatters the bat as this is hit to third.
That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
1-2, here it comes. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. To short. There's Ibar. Throw on to first, 2 gone. With a moment now, take a look at the defense for the Orioles. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
Dexter Fowler will dig in now, and as you can see, he's well over 300 here to start this new campaign. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
Well, Matt, Hillsdale gets pretty favorable reviews from all parties. I think some pitchers wish he'd give a little more on the corners, but he's usually right more often than they are.
Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now. Down 0-2. You get that feeling that'll be a pitch we see a lot of as this game goes along.
And when he's throwing that thing good, a lot of times that's where it winds up. So these guys are going to have to prove they can lay off that thing in the dirt, or they're going to keep seeing it.
And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
And if there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. Jays 0, O's coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. John Lackey is on the mound for game 2. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, this is a starting pitcher that has an ERA of under 1. Probably not going to see a lot of offense in this one.
Kevin Pillar Comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The Orioles, center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. EK, as the Jays take the field here tonight. They do come in off a victory last time out, but they've really hit the skids here recently. Losers of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, it was good to finally get in the win column. These guys are not.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he will make it there with their first hit of the ball game, a leadoff double.
Well, he smokes this ball right here. This is a fastball, and he's right on it. Drives it right into the left center field gap, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Franklin Gutierrez will stand in now, just a few ticks shy of the 300 mark for the season. Lackey comes set. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Well, there to spear this one is right. Looked like self-defense that time. One away. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Steve, how do they go about ending this losing streak they're in the midst of?
I think you go up there trying to lift balls, get them airborne, because this is the second highest scoring and second most home runs in this ballpark. So a routine fly ball can end up in the seats. So capitalize on that.
Evan Gattis comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Hot shot to third. And the throw is low that time to first. And did he have control of it? Yes, says the first base umpire. And there are 2 gone. And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one. Well, one thing he's shown so far, not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Line towards center field. Fowler is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So nothing in the Orioles' first. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. Josh Hamilton will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
When you're hitting under 200 on the season, you've got to come up with a good performance every once in a while, and yesterday was one of those.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Outside and a full count. 3-2. There's Brandon Phillips. He waits on deck. Line to the right side. Gutierrez is there, one away.
Yeah, you really can't take anything for granted out there when you're playing in the rain. You got to worry about your footing. You got to worry about raindrops getting in your eyes. You got to make sure you're in the right position. But in the end, he is right there to make the play.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Gaddis going back to the track, to the wall. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run for Brandon Phillips. As the Jays get the game's first tally, it's 1-0.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder.
Nick Markakis.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. A little bouncer. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off, and he comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Oof. I'll tell you, you do not want to buzz this guy's tower.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Pitch on the way. And this is a ball to Encarnacion. 2-1 now. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Jays off to a good start thanks to the solo shot. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0. Ben Zobrist will stand in, hoping to get things turned around here in April as he enters play with an average down in the 220s. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hamilton is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Martin Prado will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, when you're hitting under 200 for the season, games like yesterday are going to happen on a regular basis.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there. And right here you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
Here's Eric Ibar now, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. No home runs as of yet, and 3 driven in.
Well, he's been a little slow out of the blocks here to start the season, but that looks a little better there as this is a sharp base hit.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Nick Hundley is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he lays off for ball one.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Drilled to first. Taken in by Encarnacion. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Orioles leave one. They still trail 1-0. Derek Dietrich will stand in, and you see the slow start by the numbers as he's struggling to crack 200 on this new season. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Line drive to center field, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Nobody out, runner on first. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
No big surprise here with the runner on first base and nobody out. They're going to work him down in the strike zone to try to get that ground ball. But hey, strikeouts are good.
Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Now pitch swung on and missed as they get a header right now. 0-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch. This may have something to do with the rain that's falling out there. It looked like he just lost his grip on the baseball, and they'll certainly rule that a wild pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. High and deep to left center field. Ranging back is Pilar to the track. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And he is in there.
Yeah, this ball's hit high enough that he can go back and tag at second base. So that's a good job of moving up the extra 90 feet now with 2 outs.
Eduardo Escobar stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Drilled on the ground to short, and that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Well, nothing will put a smile on your manager's face quite like a 2-out RBI. Well, things weren't looking good. He looked like he was going to get stranded out there, but he comes through to drive him home.
Dexter Fowler steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And that misses for ball 1. 2 out with the man at first. Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1.
Not a real good effort there.
Now, it's one thing if it's a slider running away or something like that, but that pitch right there was never going to be a strike.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
He's running towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Short hop, and he's there just before the tag.
Good time to run right here. 2 strikes, 2 outs. If he gets thrown out, you let the guy start off the next inning with a fresh count. Instead, as it is, now he's got a shot at a 2-out RBI.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. A lot of deep counts for these guys early on.
And the more the better as far as they're concerned. They'd like to get him out.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. A run on 2 hits here for Toronto. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles nothing. Chris Jimenez will stand in with an even .300 average here in the month of April.
Chris Jimenez.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second.
That's great production here out of the number 9 hole, leading off the inning. Managers like to think of those number 9 guys as sort of a second leadoff man, and he takes that to heart as he's into scoring position already with a leadoff double.
Scorched to third, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. Hamilton gets it in, so that'll hold the runner at third base. Franklin Gutierrez will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Hit to short. Escobar gloves it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Well, this is going to get him a run closer. A simple ground ball here plates the runner from third, and we're back now to a 1-run game.
Takes this the other way to right. Markakis is there. Let's see if they test it. And he will be tagged out at the plate. So it remains a 1-run deficit here as the side is retired. It's a Josh Hamilton is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is.
Hamilton
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. It's a solo home run off the bat of Josh Hamilton, and it gives the Blue Jays a 3-1 lead.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Here's Brandon Phillips.
Second baseman number 4, Brandon Phillips.
Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Maybe a spot to pitch out on 0-1.
Well, I think he wants to go, no doubt. Might not be too bad an idea.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Breaking ball backs him off a bit. It's 1-2.
And giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with that release point. He's all over the place.
Smoke toward the hole. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
First baseman.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. At the plate, Edwin Encarnacion. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Line toward right center. That's in there. Base hit.
Around third and being waved on home.
And the run is in to score from second, and it's a 4-1 game. And it's in time. He's out at second as a good relay gets him.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
Derek Dietrich digs in now with two already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away.
Well, runs often come in bunches, Matty, and we're going to have to see if that's the case right here. They've got a chance at a big inning.
Not cheated on that swing, but the splitters by him 0-2. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
now batting. Avila.
And things are continuing to go poorly for him out there. That's now the 8th hit he's given up in just 3 1/3 innings of work. With a line like that, he's not going to be sticking around much longer.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch is a breaking ball taken down and away for ball one.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Well, this is the second time he struck out so far, and this is a type of ball game where, you know, it's wet out, the field's slippery, it's a little muddy. Who knows what can happen if you just put the ball in play?
David Wright stands in for the 3rd time now as he 10-0. Here comes the 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Here's the 1-1. 1-2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Strike 3, and that'll put an end to a big inning. So 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Leading off the inning, Brett Wallace, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Well, this will be taken in out there at short, and that's the first out of the inning.
Second baseman, Dan Zobrist.
Bounce to first, fielded by Encarnacion, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
These guys are just making it much too easy for him out there now. I mean, they're down by a bunch, yet the first 2 guys both make first pitch outs.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Lined hard toward right center, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Chris Heston is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
Heston.
Eduardo Escobar will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Pilar's there. Makes the play, 1 away.
The batter, number 24.
Stepping in, Dexter Fowler, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen.
And a ball, 1-0. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. A barehand play by Ibar. It's there. He got him.
Oh, love it.
Now batting.
And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Yeah, he wasn't so sure that was the right call. And looking at it again right here, I don't know if I can tell for sure either. We'll wait to see what the guys in the dugout say after reviewing this play a couple of times probably.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Blue Jays have elected to.
So here's one last look at the replay. There has to be indisputable evidence in order to rule the runner safe. And boy, I tell you what, I just don't see it here. I'd be pretty surprised if this challenge works out for him in this case.
And the review process appears to be coming to an end, so here comes the decision. And he is indeed out at first as originally called. So they lose the challenge and the ability to use any further challenges for the rest of the game.
Out at first base.
Here's Josh Hamilton. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1. Tap foul at home plate. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Eric Ibar will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And this is taken in by Fowler for the first out.
The batter.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring in the right-handed hitting catcher, Nick Hundley. And Lackey jumps ahead of him here with the fastball. Strike 1.
0-1 again, and he's at 100% on first pitch strikes now in the middle innings of this one. No wonder he's pitched so well.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bounce slowly back toward the mound. Throw to first gets him, and Lackey looks to be in control here. There are 2 away.
Now batting. First baseman.
Chris Jimenez strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And there's the fastball from Lackey, 0-1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Drilled to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Yeah, he waited out the curveball that time and just ripped it towards the hole. You see the dive over there at first, but that was pretty much for show. A little false hustle. I don't think he ever really thought he was going to get to that one. It was hit way too hard.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got it. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his third hit tonight.
Yeah, give him 3 hits now for the ball game. This one's probably the weakest of the bunch, but I doubt he'll be complaining. I know I wouldn't be.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 0-2, here it comes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Orioles strand a couple. They're down 5-1. Brandon Phillips will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Into the windup and the pitch. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. That misses. 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Hundley corrals it, and he makes the throw to first. Phillips is retired, and there's one away.
Right fielder, Nick Markakis.
Nick Markakis will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. One and two now as that one's fouled off. The 1-2 pitch. Lays off. 2-2 now. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. And no problem there for Ibar as this becomes out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Edwin Encarnacion stands in. He was hosed at second trying to stretch a base hit into a double in his last at-bat.
Yeah, fellas, you know, I'm not sure if he got the go-ahead from his base coach or not, but it looked like he was hauling a piano on his back on that one.
Chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Gutierrez on the move, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
And let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit slowly back to the mound. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Blue Jays held in check. They're up 5-1. Evan Gaddis will stand in here to get things started in the Baltimore 6th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Phillips throws to first, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
Brett Wallace will stand in, hoping he can find a little green out there for once. He's lined out twice thus far. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to